We're live, folks. Oh, let me turn this on. Gotta make sure. I don't even know if my sound is working. I guess I should probably check that, huh? Yes. Okay, we're good. All right. Hey, and good morning, everybody. This is Sherman Ray, and this is Lovin and Livin in Vegas, the podcast. I want to thank everybody for being a part of the show today. For those of you who are joining us on Facebook, I want to thank you for all, getting up on a Friday morning. And hopefully you saw the eclipse. We'll talk a little bit about the eclipse today. What else we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about the school district a little bit today too. I don't know if any of you saw that, but some crazy stuff that are going on at the school district. We'll talk about the Vegas Golden Knights today because of the VGK. What I'm doing, folks, I'm pulling up a lot of stuff right now. I want to make sure I got everything up and running. But the Vegas Golden Knights, we'll talk about them because I watched them last night. Even though I was at an event last night, I did watch a little bit of the Vegas Golden Knights last night, what I could watch of them. So, we'll talk a little bit about the VGK and so much more. Oh, we're also going to talk about what's going on out at Red Rock Canyon. So some interesting stuff's going on at Red Rock Canyon, and I think everybody really needs to know about what's going on over at Red Rock Canyon. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm Sherman Ray. I'm the host of Lovin and Livin in Vegas, the podcast. I'm the publisher of the magazine. Matter of fact, we talk about the people, the places, the events, a lot of events going on here in Vegas. Generally from a local's point of view. We talk about the Strip, of course, because you just cannot get away from the Strip. There's no way, and we wouldn't want to. That's really kind of one of the things that's really made Vegas. But we tend to talk a lot more about those local businesses that are out there, and so we just encourage you. And I'm going to put this in our show notes right now. So I'm starting to get good at this stuff now. So if you want to get a hold of us, info at Lovin and Livin in Vegas.com is our email address. And you can actually, for those of you, you maybe not see it, if you want to get a hold of us over at the magazine, you can go over to go to our website at lovinandlivininvegas.com. Is my beard getting longer? Or you can send me an email at info@lovinandlivininvegas.com. And you can send me a note. Say, hey, sure, I'd like to get a digital copy of the magazine because the magazine's coming out in January of 2022. And this is one of the most exciting times that you can be a part of a magazine. That's right when it launches. Everybody's excited about it. Everybody wants to, be a part of what you're doing, that kind of stuff. And I'm going to tilt this a little bit more so I don't have to lean up so much. I can kick back a little bit more. But this is the cool time. So for advertisers, for supporters, for people getting to be a part of the team, we're bringing on people all the time. So if you want to be a part of Lovin and Livin in Vegas, the magazine, because we're actually going to be doing this podcast is going to expand. We're also going to be doing a print edition of the magazine here in probably a few more months. And it's Friday. And then we will also, towards the end of the year, probably towards the fall, we'll be doing a full-blown TV show called Lovin and Livin in Vegas. So now is the time to be a part of Lovin and Livin in Vegas. Right now, we're finishing up our first week of coming over here to the Facebook platform. We generally are on the YouTube platform. So if you want to see some of the shows we have on YouTube, you can go to our YouTube channel, Lovin and Livin in Vegas, and you can check us out. But we're over here on the Facebook platform, but just because we have so much more friends here, we're on our Facebook group page, and we get this out all over the place. So it's very, very cool. as we mentioned, excuse me, before, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I got up and I went riding. Some of you, I mention my bicycle all the time. It's because I go riding all the time. And you can see it here in the background. And I go riding pretty much every morning. And you would think that after riding my bike in the morning, I would just be awake. And I'm not. I'm still kind of sleepy. So, um, so I'm trying to wake up. So I've got my coffee. I've got my Boulder Dam cup. Um, yeah, and I would say something about it, but I tend to not cuss a lot. I folks, that's just me. But this is my Boulder Dam cup, and so this is one my wife bought for me because we go out to Boulder City a lot. We consider Boulder City Las Vegas light. It's our twin or our friend who's just on the other side of the block, because literally Boulder City is closer to Central or Greater Vegas than Mount Charleston is, or Lee Canyon, because you have to drive up the hill and stuff like that. So so it's really close. I mean, it's only like 17 miles from my house. I know for sure, and which is closer than if you went up to Lee Canyon, and I live very central. Um, so if you've probably seen, and I want to thank folks for joining us on this platform. If you have any questions, what we'll do is we're actually going to be putting questions in the comment section down below me here. So down below me there, we're going to be putting some questions down there. If you've got any questions during the show, be sure to let me know. There is a time delay, so it's actually pretty significant. I didn't think it was going to be that much, but it's pretty significant. So, but I will see it, and I'll try to answer you as quick as possible. Hopefully, won't move on too fast. Let's go on to a really quick story here, folks. Can we do that right now? Yeah, we should do that. So, if you've been keeping up with the news, our former, now new again, superintendent of schools, Jesus Jara, looks like he got his job back. Yeah, it looks like he got his job back. This is a very interesting story, folks. I don't know if you've been following this. About 2 weeks ago, something like that. 2 weeks ago, Jesus Jara, our superintendent of the Clark County School District, was fired, and he got his walking papers, and it launched this hullabaloo. I mean, just launched this tirade. His side, their side, all kinds of sides. And between then, which was about 2 weeks ago, till now, there's really been kind of, the school board members are all kind of going, well, I don't know if we should. Jara's going, well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to sue you, that kind of stuff, because of a bad workplace, that kind of thing. And so last night, and we're going to get off this story because I think it's kind of, we don't know how this is going to play, but it does illustrate a point here, is that Vegas really is a place that really cares about their kids. They hired him back. Okay, so in a 4-3 vote last night, trustees opted to allow Jara to remain in his position, but he will have the option to decide if he stays in the school district or not. So they're basically saying, Jara, you can stay or you can go. You wanted to sue us, so we're going to hire you back, but it's up to you. So will he want to stay or go? So that's really kind of as clear cut as you can be on this. Will Jara stay? Will he go? And we'll find out. Okay. Did you see the lunar eclipse last night, folks? Okay. Wow. Yeah, I went riding last night, and when I ride early in the morning. So this is the eclipse last night. That was probably, from what they said, I think what they said is that this is the longest partial lunar eclipse in centuries. Okay, this story was the final eclipse of 2021 is over, but if you missed it, you can see it here. Okay, It is the longest partial lunar eclipse in 580 years. Can you believe that, folks? The longest in 580 years. That's amazing. Um, so I don't have the picture here, folks. There's actually a different picture of it. This was actually it was very similar. The sun was a little off, but that was the picture. And what we'll do is we'll put a link to it, because what happened here in Vegas is we had a lot of overcast. There was a lot of overcast clouds, and I know when I saw it, it was the sun. You could barely see the moon. Period. And but it was out, and we'll put a link to it. But it's the longest partial lunar eclipse in 580 years. It's just amazing that you would have an eclipse that would last that long. And I'm going to leave a question in the comment section on the lunar eclipse. Okay, did you see the lunar eclipse? And post a pic. Okay, and so hopefully, as the day goes on, people will actually post stuff on here. So we hope that people will actually be able to see that. We in Las Vegas, because of the sun, because of the lights that we have here in the valley, we have a lot of. It's hard to see stars. Okay, for one thing, and I don't know if many of you've seen stars here. It's very hard to see a star at night because of the lights from the Strip and all over the valley. So to see a lunar eclipse is pretty cool. I mean, it sticks out like a sore thumb. When I go out riding in the morning, I'm out generally early in the morning, folks. I'm up 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'm actually up earlier than that. But when I go riding, it's around 5 o'clock-ish or something like that. So I get to see all kinds of stuff that's going on in the valley. And so I got to see the moon this morning, and it was definitely overcast. It was definitely, the clouds are all over it. So it's very tough to see. So, but we'll post a link to a video that was actually taken of the lunar eclipse. It's very, very cool. There was a story about the downtown container park, folks. Where do I got that picture at? Let's see if we can get that picture. There it is. So the downtown container park announces a small business Saturday celebration. And this is going to be kicking off pretty quick. On Saturday the 27th, beginning at 10 o'clock, the shopping small can make a big difference is going to be on. This is going to be a very cool event and a way to keep an eye on the businesses. Downtown Las Vegas Open Air Shopping Center and entertainment venue will celebrate Small Business Saturday with an all-day celebration, including tenant specials and live entertainment. On Saturday, as we said before, the 27th, beginning at 10 o'clock is when it's going to get going. Downtown Las Vegas premier small business hub invites shoppers to a family-friendly small business Saturday event, highlighting the many retail, restaurants, creative businesses that call Container Park home. And, we really encourage you to go out to the Container Park, which is downtown. And many of you, if you've been downtown, I'm downtown all the time now. They've got this big old praying mantis out there, right? And the praying mantis shoots fire from its head, or its antennae. It's a very, very creative spot. As a matter of fact, we are really seriously thinking about opening an office in the downtown area. My lovely wife has been after me about this for a couple of years now. Many of you have heard the story about when we first got involved with First Fridays. So First Fridays, for those of you who don't know what First Fridays, it is an event that starts the first Friday of every month. And it is in the Arts District downtown. My wife and I volunteered. I shouldn't say this. We went down there for the event. Okay, we went down there for the event called First Friday. When we got there, there were probably 3 or 4 people that were there. Workers. I mean, it's not that people were there. People were starting to come in there. Very few people, but a few people were going down there, and they needed people to help get this thing going. And so we volunteered to help on the very first Friday that was put on. Now this thing has gone for forever. Now, I mean, it's gone for 10, 15 years now, and it's a crazy thing. I mean, it's crazy. So the first Friday of every month, starting basically when the sun starts going down. If you've not gotten there yet, you're probably not going to get a parking space, but you need to go down there to experience First Friday downtown in Las Vegas. So it's off of Casino Center and like Charleston. So that whole area down there is the Arts District. Crazy. It is simply a crazy, crazy thing. In that general vicinity, which is basically off Fremont Street, just go down Fremont a little bit more. Fremont Street and Las Vegas Boulevard is a container park, and once again, it's just an eclectic. It's a bunch of containers, right? So they're storage containers that they stack on top of each other. I think it's 3 stories, and they've made like a little a park area with it. It's very cool. So, got to get down there and check out that event. So there was a story, and I saw this, and the reason why I bring this story up about Lee Canyon, I should have probably pulled this up already. So Lee Canyon, which is on the very western side of the valley, well, excuse me, 2 stories. Okay, let's do the Lee Canyon story first. Yeah. So Lee Canyon is having a Pray for Snow Day. So this event's going up. It's going to start tomorrow, which is the 20th. It's going to be their 5th annual Pray for Snow Day. And you got to go out there, folks. Lee Canyon, we used to have euphemistic names for it as kids. But it's ours, dang it. Lee Canyon is ours. It's not Heavenly. It's not, Big Bear. It's not, all these other great places. Not Vail, Colorado. It's Lee Canyon. And we should probably do a story. I think we're going to do a story for... I'm going to write this down. Do a story about Lee Canyon and give you the history on on the name. I'll write down here. So I'm going to do a story on Lee Canyon so you know why it's named what it is. Here's a story. I'm going to ask a question too, folks. How many of you have actually been out to Lee Canyon? When was the last time to Lee Canyon? If I spelt it right, that would be cool. All right. So I've got a couple questions up there now. Okay, did you see the lunar eclipse? Post some pics. And when was the last time you went out to Lee Canyon? So they're having a Pray for Snow Day tomorrow. So the 5th annual Pray for Snow Day party is returning November 20th. Okay, so you need to head out there and check that out. It's going to be very cool. Attendees are encouraged to bring gently used and they're actually having an event there also at the same time. And what's that event called too? They're having another event there too. I forgot what the name of it is. But they want you to bring stuff there because it's going to donate. It's going to help Project 150. And we're going to talk about our event too. But they want you to bring out gently used clothes, socks, coats, that kind of thing to Lee Canyon and spread the warmth coat drive, which is very cool. So tomorrow out at Lee Canyon, just head out the 95, and it's really basically the first turnoff. You can head up to Lee Canyon. Very fun place. There's plenty of signs up there. You'll be able to find it. Let's talk a little bit about our event. We're having an event, and it's called the first annual Las Vegas Whiskey and Whiskers event, and we're very excited about that event. That's going to be happening January 15th. We are still trying to nail down the event site. I think we've decided on the event site, and because it's our first event, folks, we're not gonna spend every dollar we have on this because it's our first event, but we are gonna have a great time. So it's called the first annual Las Vegas Whiskey and Whiskers event. Yeah. There'll be a whiskey tasting, a facial hair competition. So if you are growing your hair on your face right now, guys, for Movember, do not shave it. Keep it on because we're going to have a great event in January. Celebrate the launch of the magazine and to just have a great time because that's really what it's all about. That's what Vegas is all about, is having a great time. So that's going to be happening in January. And if you'd like to get some more information about that, by all means, send me an email. Send the email to info@lovinandlivininvegas.com and we will get you some information on how you can be a part of that. What else is going on? If you got to see... the other story was really about Calico Basin. So Calico Basin, I'm gonna jump out of order here a little bit. So Calico Basin, if you've not been out there, it's a beautiful place. Take Charleston Boulevard, which is basically the longest road in Las Vegas. Take it going west and keep going. You'll go past all the homes. Your first major turnoff is, and there's signs up there, you'll be going into Red Rock Canyon. It's called Calico Basin. It's a wonderful place to go out for rock climbing, just to go hiking, that kind of stuff. Just a beautiful scenic place. Well, the problem is that a lot of people have been going up there. A lot of people who've never seen it before and don't know how to act outdoors are going up to Calico Basin. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with you going up to Calico Basin. Please enjoy everything that's going on in the valley. The problem is that people are leaving trash. They're leaving a lot of trash, and they're just kind of running amok up there. So we encourage you, and there's actually groups. Jared Fisher and his wife have been a part of a group called Save Red Rock because they're the encroachment of homes in that area. But also it's to bring awareness that there are people up there who use that recreational area up there, which is a beautiful area, for recreation, and do not screw it up. Okay, I don't know an easier way to put it, but that's kind of what it is. So don't screw it up. So what has happened, people have been going up to Calico Basin, a lot of rock climbers, very cool, and they're climbing around, and they leave their trash. Or they're hiking, they leave their trash. Folks, stop leaving your trash, because what's happening now is the federal government's coming in, and they're going, hey, we're going to start charging you guys to clean up all your trash. Duh, right? So that just happened earlier this week. We were talking about it earlier this week. And now there's public comment coming out, and people are going, hey, we don't like that. We don't like the fact that you're charging us. They did the same thing with the loop up there, too. The scenic loop is a little further up into the Red Rock range up there. And a lot of hiking, a lot of just beautiful area. People, once again, were to maintain that area, it takes people. So they started charging to go into the scenic loop. When I was a kid, that was free. All that was free. Going out to Lake Mead was all free. Now, because there's so many people and so much trash, it's basically what it is, and having to maintain those areas. So we are going to leave a link to this article, which is talking about public comment on whether or not the federal government should charge for going up into the Calico Basin area. The problem here, folks, is we are really bringing this on ourselves. We're bringing it on ourselves because we're not cleaning up after ourselves. Okay, so we got to clean up after ourselves. So that's there. I'm part of a hiking group here in Vegas, and that's one of the biggest things we talk about, and they talk about in the hiking group, is clean up after yourself. Leave the place better than when you found it. Isn't that nice? It just sounds cool, right? Leave the place better than you found it. So, that's kind of so we'll leave a link to all these stories up there. On our Facebook page, we'll actually put them we're actually revamping our website. So a lot of the stories we're doing right now, you won't find these on our website. We're going to revamp our website, and we've been working on a new place, because there's a lot of articles there anyways at lovinandlivininvegas.com. but we want to be able to put these stories on there also. If you watched the VGK last night, folks, you saw we won. Yes, we did. I don't. It was a great game. Really was a great game. Really was. I think it was 4-1, 5-1. That was the final score of the game. Great game. I got to watch it. They'll be playing again. The VGK, the Raiders are just very active in the community. As a matter of fact, there's a story, and we won't talk about it now because we're running out of time, but where the VGK is giving away more stuff. They're going to be at the Enchanted Christmas Garden. There's also the Raiders. Oh, the Raiders do. Yep. So the Raiders were out at Nellis, and they were doing a salute to the service. So doing some great things. If you watch, and I'm kind of running through this right now, we actually had, speaking of the Raiders and Allegiant Stadium, we had a championship for our high school football guys. Very cool. I mentioned this earlier in the week because my grandson's going to be playing in the All-Star game. That's going to be at Allegiant Stadium here in a few more weeks. But there was actually some championships for Division I, AA, that kind of stuff. Bishop Gorman was in there. And, of course, Bishop Gorman won the whole thing in stunning fashion. I think they won like 76-1 or something like that, or 76-3. Just a huge score. Allegiant Stadium is going to be the host for the Academy of Country Music Awards. And so that will be coming up pretty soon. We'll actually leave a link to that story also. So many things. God, I'm out of time, folks. I'm just running out of time. I know I'm rushing through this and I really shouldn't, but there's so much going on. This weekend, the Raiders are playing. Okay, so the Raiders are playing again this weekend. And I think I'm going to double check to see where they're playing at. I'm going to go to our website. So if you want to, folks, you can go to our website at Lovin and Livin in Vegas. And we actually have a... If you go under the... where's the banner at? Okay. If you go under the show banner, there's the first tab underneath there is actually the events guide. And it'll actually show you what game is at. So they're going to be playing at the Las Vegas Raiders are going to be playing at... They're going to be playing the Cincinnati Bengals at Allegiant Stadium. Okay, so they'll be there. The game starts at about 1:05. But it's so easy. So if you want to find out, about the games, just go to our website. Go to our website and go to lovinandlivininvegas.com/events. Okay, and you can actually check out all the events that are in town. And we put a lot of events on there. Definitely, you will see the Raiders games, all of their games for the rest of the year. You'll also see some UNLV games and a lot of other events going on, especially coming next year. A lot of events going on. Cool in the Gang, that kind of stuff is coming to town. And so you can check that out. Anyways, folks, I got to leave. I got to go. I wish I could stay the rest of the weekend, but I've got to work on some stuff for our magazine. Once again, the magazine Lovin and Livin in Vegas is coming out January of 2022. If you would like to get a free digital copy, okay, it's a free digital copy, all you've got to do is write to me. Just write to me at info@lovinandlivininvegas.com. info@lovinandlivininvegas.com. And we will get a digital copy to you. Okay, we'll get you on our mailing list, invite you to the events we're going to, because we're going to, as the year, especially 2022, begins. We're going to be going to a lot of events. We'll be doing a lot of things. We want to invite you to the first annual Las Vegas Whiskey and Whiskers Festival. Okay, that's going to be in January, so we want to invite you to that. If you're a vendor, you'd like to have a vendor booth there, we want to get you involved in that. And it's very economical to be a part of that. But it's a great way to show off your business. Okay, why not start off January 2022 by being a part of one of our events? Why not? Fantastic. Anyways, this has been Sherman Ray for Lovin and Livin in Vegas, and we want to thank you for being a part of the show. We will see you again Monday, 8:30, right here on our Facebook page. We'll post all of this stuff for you on... We'll post all this stuff for you on our Facebook page and be looking on our website because we're going to be updating our Facebook site with, or excuse me, our website with all of this great information. This has been Sherman Ray. Once again, we'll see you later, folks. Bye-bye.